Okay, everybody, the last little part of this, I want to talk about multiple choice questions. And even though if you're not 100% sure on what the correct answer is, you can at least eliminate some bad answers, answers that are there to distract you or answers that are obviously not true. So our question says, determine whether 2y minus 8x, or 2y equals 8x minus 10 is a linear equation. So first, is it linear? That's the first thing you should ask yourself. So we go through, do we see exponents? I don't see any exponents. Do I see any square root symbols? I don't see any square root symbols. Do we have x and y being multiplied to each other? No. Do we have x or y in the denominator of a fraction? No. So again, that whole checklist is over here. I'm just going through this whole list and asking myself, is it linear? Well, because I don't see any of those things, this is linear. So yes, it is linear. So if I look at my answer choices, I have A is a linear equation, B is not a linear equation. So B is definitely out of the running because this is definitely a linear equation. C and D both say linear equation. So we're good there. The second part of our question specifically says, what is the equation in standard form? What is the equation in standard form? Standard form is ax plus by equals c. Ax plus by equals c. So ax plus by equals c, we would need it to be in the same format. So looking at your answer choices for A, C, and D. A says y equals 4x minus 5. C says 4x minus y equals 5. And D says 4x plus y equals 5. Two of those are in standard form. One is not, and that would be A. A is not in standard form, so it is not a valid answer choice. It is not an answer choice. So we are left with C and D as our possible answers. C says 4x minus y equals 5, and D says 4x plus y equals 5. So what we're going to need to do is put this into standard form. So we have 2y equals 8x minus 10. I want to get x and y on the same side, so I am going to subtract 8x. When we do that, we have negative 8x plus 2y equals negative 10. So one of the big parts is that we need to have x not be negative, so we need to get rid of that negative in front of 8. But also, I can do two steps at once here. 8, 2, and 10 are all divisible by the same number. They are all divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide everything by negative 2. You can do that as two separate steps to get rid of the negative and then separately divide by 2. But if you can do it all at once, it just shortens the amount of work you're having to do at two different times. So negative 8 divided by negative 2 gives us a positive 4x. And then 2y divided by negative 2. 2 divided by negative 2 is a negative 1y. And then negative 10 divided by negative 2, negative divided by a negative is a positive 5. So looking at that, our answer is C. So even if you don't 100% know how to work out a problem, you can look at your answer choices and at least eliminate some bad ones. That way you can increase your chances of guessing correctly.